Everybody, welcome back to Stevie D's Come On Get Happy Hour. I asked on Facebook, what's the worst song you ever heard? I thought of three. I can't think of the second one. The first one I thought of was a song in the 70s called Afternoon Delight. Looking for a little afternoon delight. Bing, baka, bing, baka, bing, down, down. It's called Dixieland Jazz Band or some shit like that. But it was, as a kid, I'm like, what's an afternoon delight? It was about, you know, these dudes like, this couple like stripping in a hotel room. But I thought it was like, afternoon delight. They're just thinking about ice cream. Must be about ice cream or something.
Ice cream and apple pie, huh?
What's an afternoon delight? Yes. Snickers bar? That sounds good to me. I didn't know they were talking about shacking up in the Motel 6. One I thought of, which by the way, I even pulled up because it's a classic, by a little dude named Billy Ray Cyrus. Can you see him? I got to pull in close.
Okay, I'll fly that in.
We'll fix that. What's up, Facebook Live? You know what I'm talking about. Business in the front, party in the back. His haircut was called a Kentucky waterfall because he's from Kentucky. He had a don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. 2 chords. Just don't spank, you'd understand. Cause if you break my heart, my achy breaky heart, I just might go out and kill this man. Did he say he's gonna kill somebody? This bitch breaks his heart? He might literally kill somebody.
I was just like, that is a level of heartbreak that requires counseling, sir.
That was an A and an E. That's a whole damn song, #1 for too many weeks.
And that's why it went to #1. Yeah.
It was #1 for a long time.
Cameras can't touch this. Just simple and repetitive.
He did a little sexy little dance. Don't break my heart. He had like mom jeans on, I think up to here.
Oh, wow.
Turned around, hiked up a little too high. But then he came back with, I'm gonna take my whole town road. He redeemed himself a little bit.
A little bit on the remix of that, yeah.
30 years between hits, you know, it's all right. That's 2 more hits than I've had, Sketch.
I'm saying, you know.
So the drinking word tonight is cool. So if you hear me say cool, if you just joined in, you missed it. I played some Billy Ray Cyrus a minute ago. I was playing the guitar. You missed it. I got 2 of my good buddies. And I need to catch up with this first guy. He moved to Vegas. He left us here on the Sunset Strip. I'm gonna talk to him why he moved to Vegas. But he moved over there and he's running the LA Comedy Club in the Stratosphere. You've seen him on Craig Ferguson and Conan and lots of TV stuff we're gonna talk about. He's one of my best buddies in comedy, and his name is Butch Bradley.
Yes, beautiful. My
editor's gonna fix this, but I'm actually holding very handsome picture of you there somewhere.
Oh, thank you. Gorgeous. Yeah. What's up, buddy? How are you?
I was holding the Best of Comedy 2017 Las Vegas Weekly.
Yes, I got very lucky. I was on a big lineup there with, I got #4 after Chris Rock, Chappelle, and one other. But yeah, it was cool. It got me buzzed. I got a residency at the LA Comedy Club at the Strat for the last 3 years. And dude, just seeing you right now, I feel like I'm at the Laugh Factory now. I want to tell us, but I'm looking at you, and I'm just seeing Tony Rock. I'm seeing Mitch Mulaney, Freddie Soto. You know, I'm seeing Chris Rock pop in. I'm seeing, you know, everybody pop in. And the 8 o'clock, and then the 10 o'clock, and then the midnight, and then, you know, just, I lived there, dude. I never ate.
Bro.
Yeah, and you look the same since you were like 14. It's bizarre. It's bizarre, dude. You're like the centerfold of Playgirl 1974. Like, it's crazy. Not that I had that I don't have that magazine, but this is what right after Burt Reynolds, you know, there was you. You know,
on the bearskin rug there.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so many good times there, buddy.
So many, dude. The beach,
I love it.
But you know, I started dabbling into Asia. So I started going to Hong Kong and then I started going to Singapore, Malaysia, and then I spent a year in China as the first American comic to live and work there, which I know it sounds crazy. And but in Shanghai, all these kids, like 40% of the youth there speak perfect English. And what do they love? They love stand-up. So they love, dude, Chinese youth will speak to you, and you'll be thinking, what part of New York are you from? And they're like, oh, no, I learned my English from Chris Rock. Yeah. And, you know, they're like, Shay, ni hao, what the fuck? Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, right. Crazy. So, yeah, and I was just trying to figure out what the next, you know, switch it up a little. And it was really hard because even Hollywood is just, you know, part of the whole dream to be working with you, going to the store, going to the improv, bumping into each other. I mean, who wants to leave? But I just thought I better switch it up a little. And then I went to New York, and then I got offered the Vegas gig about 3 years ago, and I've been touring and auditioning out of Vegas and running and doing the residency. So it's been cool. I
got a friend that just moved. He's a newscaster, and he just got on the local affiliate NBC there. And I told him about LA Comedy Club. And I said, it's the top of the Strat, right?
Yeah.
I haven't been there yet, bro. I see you posting for like 3 years. I'm like, shit, I haven't even been there. I went a few years ago with the kids for the first time.
Oh,
the first
cool.
time I've been to Las Vegas with the kids. So I'm driving down the strip, and it's like all these, every taxi cab is like a strip club. I'm like, hey, hey, over here. These people are walking down the street with a drink in their hand. What's wrong with these people?
Right. Bizarre. And I'm kind of used to it because it's like Hollywood Boulevard, but 10 miles long. You know what I mean?
10 miles long, and you can walk down the strip with a drink there.
Oh, cocktails and yeah, it really kind of worked out. And I was a casino kid from Atlantic City, so it all makes sense. I had my corporate gigs here. I do all my touring, and the club's really cool. But what's really great is I'm the 10 o'clock show, and right before COVID, I was going to the Cellar. I was going to the Laugh Factory. I was going to Brad Garrett's. I would see all of our boys. And then they would come to my 10:30 show at the LA Comedy Club, and I would switch it up. I'd host, and dude, like Steve Byrne would pop in. Everybody popped in. It was cool, man. So hopefully after COVID, back to it.
I don't know if you can see this, but we'll fix it in the mix. But it's a picture of you on the strip, Brad Garrett's Comedy Club.
Yes.
Butch Bradley, Kira Sotonovich right behind you.
Yeah.
So how did that feel to see your name, your head on the strip like that?
You know, it's really weird.
Crazy,
so I would blow it off, and then like 1 a.m, I would sneak out alone, and then I would look up and I'd be like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" And then I would go, "All right, you got a show to do. You got a show to do. No one saw you. They don't know that you're out here looking at you. Yeah, it's cool. But you know, the strip is so humbling because, you know, all the years we've been doing this, and then, you know, next door is Lady Gaga, across the street's Aerosmith, and I'm like, I'm still just an opener.
They're doing like a panoramic thing, like Lady Gaga,
Aerosmith,
Butch Bradley. There you go.
Yeah, it's cool. Our business is, you know, being a comedian in the art world is the coolest move because everybody comes to see us, you know. They all come to my show. All the UFC guys come, and it's just, it's fun. I really,
a lot of UFC guys come to see you, right?
They do. They come. Adam Hunter rolls out a lot, and then the LA Comedy Club is like the Comedy Store of Las Vegas. So everyone goes there when they're not working. They have cocktails, and they hang out for all the shows.
That's cool. Mike Young posted one day on Facebook, you may know how I can get a spot in Vegas. I said, I think I tagged you. I said, Butch Bradley.
Done deal.
Right?
Yeah, done deal. Always. Like, like it's so, like, Bert Kreischer hit me up, and then Steve and all, and it's, you know, Tony, Roxy and Tony, and
you and Tony are tight, right?
Yeah, well, ever since the factory with us, you know, you and I, all of us, those days are my, you know, I don't even know how to explain those days because people wouldn't believe it because you were there before me. That was your home. We were coming into your home. And those days went from Quiet Nights to Dane Cook exploding to MySpace to Facebook to Dublin's to Jay to the store to Vince Vaughn to Chappelle hanging out every night. It was nuts, bro. It was absolutely crazy to like be a part of it and look back and to still be, you know, getting a call from you to do this. I'm like, I love it. It's just we're just hanging out. We're just chilling, reconnecting. Sketch, my producer,
that she's in Canada. She was my DJ when I had Thursday nights at the Laugh Factory. So I'm sure you met her.
Oh, 100%.
That was her upstairs.
Oh, very cool. Very
yeah,
cool.
that's her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I had to fight Masada tooth and nails to have a DJ because only Chocolate Sundays were only allowed to have a DJ. I'm like, bro, trust me. Comedy now is fast and furious, man. You got to hit them. I want a party atmosphere. And that's what inspired me to do Rockstars of Comedy. And
Which was monstrous. Oh,
yeah. And you told me you and Steve Burns got a movie coming out that he directed. And you know, Steve Burns was in Rockstars of Comedy.
Yeah. He he's one of those guys like us where the network of the guys that are still out there, all of a sudden I get a call from casting and I go to LA and I see everybody we know in this audition and everyone's real serious, like they're reading, like, you know, I want the Oscar, but I can see the room is filled with killers. And I nervously start laughing as hard as I can. Jimmy Schubert turns around. He's like, "Oh fuck!" Everyone starts looking at each other, and we all just start looking at each other. And I go, "Oh my god!" I go, "Game on, people! I've ruined the whole quiet, you know, be respectful thing."
Yeah.
And I went in and I did well, but I knew everybody was going to do well. But I got the role. And it's like, I'm sneaking out because I don't really want to get into a conversation with anyone. And I walk out the front door and Schubert goes, "You got it, didn't you? I know you got it. Did you get it? You got it, didn't you? Did you get the bartender or are you the heckler? What are you?" I went for the bartender. I go, "Dude, I got the heckler." He's like, "All right, I'm shooting for the bartender. It's good. Okay. All right, I love you."
Schubert. I love Schubert. Yeah. So it's a scripted movie that Steve directed?
Yeah, it's a big movie with Jimmy O Yang. Ken Jeong's in there, so many comedians, Russell Peters. I am actually heckling and getting into it with Steve Burns' character played by Jimmy O Yang. And really, I was so good at it, I felt bad. I felt awful. You know,
you gave somebody a complex.
Oh, I felt horrible. The whole pack, they filmed it at the Improv in Brea, and it got so quiet when I was going after them. And then they're like, "Cut, that was great." I was like, I feel awful. And so Alonzo Bowden plays security. He picks me up and drags me out of the comedy club. Yeah.
Nice. He looks like
cool. Man. But you know, Byrne, like one of us, you know, random calls, you know, just cool people. And
was he in the room in your audition? Was Steve in the room?
No, but I was on camera for the read, and then I was on camera being watched. And the casting director was being weird, like too nice to me, way too nice. And I'm like, she doesn't know me. Why is she being so nice? And then I'm like, oh, behind that camera must be a friend of mine.
That's a good
we like that. We like that guy. We like the other Schubert-looking like guy. We like, we're going to save the other Irish guy for the other part. Yeah.
Yeah, the Irish guy.
We're going to keep them both around booze. One will be behind the bar and one will be too drunk and yelling. Keep them. There you go.
Want to be drunk in the audience? Want to be drunk behind the bar?
Right. We need to be stereotyping here. What do we got? We need freckles, overweight drinkers. Call Bradley. Call Schubert. Yeah.
We got the two drunk Irish guys.
Yeah.
Check
so funny.
Check.
Yeah,
so did you talk to Steve? Did you talk to him before you were on set?
No, nothing. And then after I had to read twice, and then I found out pretty quickly. Before I got downstairs, I got text from casting. They said, "Are you available these days?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, you know, like, no, let me think about it." Yeah, I'm available.
I got to work out tomorrow. I got to walk my dogs.
Yeah, right. That's all I do, dude. That's all I do. I'm like, COVID will be over one day. COVID will be over one day. Come on, doggies. Run while you have food in your belly. We don't know how long that'll last. Come on.
I love your dogs, man. Your Doberman's a badass.
They're crying right now. I'll bring them out for you. All the time. I spend so much time training these guys. I'll bring him out.
So my grandmother, listen to this, Bush. My grandmother had a Doberman, and she stepped out on her porch, fell off the porch, and broke her hip. She had like a glass screen door, so she was in distress. Her Doberman was freaking out and fucking jumped through the glass.
Wow!
He's like, I got you. I don't know how to call 911, but I'll hang with you to protect you until they get here.
That's what they're. I was hiking on the hill. It was like 110, and I'm like, you know what? I feel like I'm going to pass out, and I know no one's going to get to my body because the dogs are not going to let them.
Dude, hey, yeah, protect us.
Sit, Baru, sit. It? Yeah, sit. I want to sit, Baru. Come on, look disciplined. Sit. Good boy. There he is.
Yeah, what's up, dudes?
Yeah, that's Baru.
Yeah.
That's the baby. He's the baby. Here's Bessa. Sarah.
Just walk down the street with those badasses. You're good, man.
They're friendly. They know good people. They're goofy, smart dogs. You know?
What I found with Dobermans is like they're like very protective, but once you get in, they're like, "Oh, he's cool. Hey, what's up? What's up?"
100%. These guys, you know, I took my mail. My mail's over COVID. I just had to find things to do besides hiking and running and trying to learn Spanish so I could understand my girl yelling at me. You know, but I took him. He's been in bite school for like 12 weeks, and my girl's like, my girl's like, you know, that's like really typical of like an East Coast white guy. I'm gonna teach my dog to attack. And I go, I'm like, you know, a year ago, everybody's like, why do you have Dobermans? Now the world's riding, and everyone's like, hey, where do I get Dobermans?
Can you give me your breeder's number?
Right. Oh, God, I love him. Yeah, she's out there now.
I'm NRA, bro. I'm sure you are, too. And
yes.
You know, everyone around me is like, oh, my God, oh, my gosh, guns. Now they're like, hey, man, we're going to, you know,
right.
How do I go do
Yeah, I need a good grouping. Yeah. So, you know what? I tell everyone when they give me grief about weapons, I go, you know what? I was in the Middle East doing shows many times. Everybody was armed. Everybody was polite. Hello, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, man. Yeah.
That's when you don't see shit go down.
Right, right.
Everyone's cool. No, you go ahead. After you. No.
Right, and Nevada's armed, completely armed. Yeah. So you don't want to be an idiot. You know, it's very laid back and cool here, as I know you know. COVID has changed it for the whole country. We have, you know, some weird crime rate in certain locations and people coming to the city just to raise hell that aren't here to have fun. And you know, they should have a sign when you're entering Nevada to warn you that dudes that look like you have 5 weapons in their car and they're hoping you try and pull them out of the vehicle. They're like, come on, pull me out. Here, pull me out, please. Yeah. Please pull me out. I just got it. My grouping's incredible. I'll give you guys a head start. Like, what the hell? World's insane.
It's fuck around and find out. That's what it is.
Yeah, it is.
Like in Kentucky, where I'm from, they release the police reports in the paper every day. It's like, so-and-so wrote a bad check at the IGA. You know, whatever. You don't see many home invasion robberies because most people are locked and loaded. Like, you don't.
Yeah. You know, when you're like, Mike, I'm coming over. It's nighttime.
It's me, bro.
It's me.
You're texting from the sidewalk.
Yeah, it's me. You gotta write that.
Your front door.
Dude, you gotta write that. I hope no comic's watching because he's like, that's his diamond. It's me. It's me. That's so funny. Yeah. Dude, you know what I did it's so corny because the world's nuts. I put a Doberman picture, like a Doberman on property on my front gate because dudes will open my gate, walk up and knock on my door with their, you know, fake things. And I'm like, I don't want my dogs to get them. Even with the Doberman sign, they think I'm BSing. And my dogs literally cornered a guy, and thankfully they just cornered him. I come out and I'm smiling like a wacko because I was happy they didn't bite him. I'm like, you guys are good. Yeah. And he steps out and he goes, I'm trying to raise money for troubled youth in the area. I go, stop. Come on. No, you're not. Come on.
Your pimp is right on the corner. I see him waiting in the car right there.
Yeah, right. My dogs wouldn't even have barked if you were helping anyone.
My dogs can smell that.
They're like, no.
Bullshit.
Like,
Yeah. Well, Butch,
So
you know I love you, buddy.
Love you
Thank
too,
you
bud.
so much, man.
Anytime you're in Vegas, the stage is yours, brother.
Thank you, my man. Good times. We'll reunite, and we didn't even get to Mitch Mulaney tonight, but we'll do that. We'll have you back on.
Real quick, Mitch Mulaney, one of the most incredible comics ever. We were sad that he died early, but I'll tell you, Google Mitch Mulaney, a beast and a close friend of ours. Still, sometimes I go back to learn stand-up through remembering him kill on stage. Unbelievable.
We'd kill on stage. He would kill on stage, and then we'd go out and kill at the clubs afterwards.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, they're every single cultured woman in the world.
Sometimes.
Yeah, right. He would literally, smack. What was that about? That guy's disrespectful, but I didn't hear it.
I saw him smack this dude's glasses off one time and put his hands back in his pocket. I'm like, bro, if you're going to smack somebody, you better be squared up. That blam! Put his hands back in his pocket. I'm like, whoa.
That's confidence. That's confidence.
Like, that motherfucker just put his hands back in his pocket. We're cool.
Right? He told me one time, because somebody was rude to me, he goes, if you shake this hand and let him say sorry, he said, you aren't going to see it coming. I'm going to slap you. And I go, Mitch, don't do that shit. Don't do that. So I go to shake this guy's hand. The guy goes, hey, I'm really sorry. I was an asshole. He puts his hand out, and I can feel Mitch on my left, and I go, hey, we're good. I didn't shake his hand.
He was
all right, thanks for having me, brother.
Wow. I love you. Butch Bradley, everybody.
Love you too, brother.
You're in Vegas,
Thank
man.
you.
Go to LA Comedy Club at the Strat. This is my man.
Hit me on Instagram. Thank you. Butch Bradley Comedy on Instagram. God bless, brother.
God bless, buddy. Thank you, man. One of the top hot rod builders in the whole world. There's not too many people who can say they won the Amber World. I think it was a trifecta that year. And there's the car right behind him. It's called the Mulholland Speedster. He's putting his glasses on.
Yeah, what's going on? You woke me
He's
up.
a cool guy. Let him put on his nerd glasses real quick. All right. His name is.
Oh, yeah. Got my reading spectacles.
Everybody, this is him. Right there. Oh, wait, no, that's Conway Twitty. Hold on a minute. So Troy Ladd's a cool dude, good-looking dude, and he looks a little bit like Conway Twitty in the 50s. Everybody, one of the top builders in the world, Mr. Troy motherfucking Ladd.
What are you doing?
What's up, buddy?
What's this all about? What happened to Instagram? We're doing Zoom now, Instagram, trying to hold the medias? What's up?
Well, I'm fancy, bro. I got producers in Canada, all kinds of shit going on.
I know. That looks like the kind of virtual background you think got going on there.
Virtual, bro? I'm in the double wide. What are you talking about?
Oh, wait, you just, the green just, you got green flash when you go too far back.
Yes, if I go like this and hold my drink, if it disappears, you got to go back here.
Oh,
remember, you were in this double wide in Hollywood once. Same double wide. Yes, sir.
I was there.
Illegally parked in front of Hollywood.
I love your magic. Your arms disappear. So you got magic show going on right now.
That's how we do it. I had a Hollywood hot rod shirt on, but I flexed and it just ripped off. And I take it off. Sorry.
Well, we stopped selling them to people that cut the sleeves off. So, you know.
What? Well, you know, you need to make Hollywood hot rod shirt with no sleeves, Troy.
Yeah. The kind of person that wears that shirt typically is not the kind of person we want wearing the shirts. It's the problem.
That's not my target audience.
That's right.
What's up, buddy? I'm sure you're busy. Are you at the shop there?
Yep. But it's day off, so I just kind of do my own thing, drink a little, work a little, personal projects. Yeah, there's nobody else working. It's just me.
Shit, did you go to the shop just for this?
Yeah, I went to the shop just for Stevie.
Sure you did.
Exactly. I've been here since 8, prepping, did makeup. You know, it's a big deal.
Got a whole team.
Yeah, you can't see them; they're in the background. I got producers, I got handlers, I got you name it.
I understand. I think you still have your moonshine. I mean, sanitizer stills going there. So maybe you had to go fill up on some sanitizer.
No, that does not happen at this location. It has now been moved to a hidden location up in the hills. Actually, the still is in Lake Hughes, and Lake Hughes just had a bad time. because yeah, it all burned down. So,
Lake Hughes? Where's Lake Hughes?
do you not watch the TV? Last week, Lake Hughes, like Lake Castaic. Okay, so we're in California. And
Catching up on my news now.
So, oh, I
Boy,
forgot.
lads,
The
news
double in Kentucky. So we have fires, and just 2 weeks ago, Lake Hughes, Castaic, all of that burned down. And actually, that is where my my stills are.
Your sanitizer.
My sanitizing, yeah, my sanitizing equipment. Yeah, because one of my employees has a house up in Lake Hughes, and all of his stuff except for his house burned. His garage is burned, cars burned, his workshop, everything burned except they saved his house, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. Anyway.
So a lot of fires. I'm putting 2 and 2 together, something very flammable. Wait a minute. Hold on. Just making some notes here. Just 1 second. So I was at another location that had some of your delicious sanitizer in Burbank. So that's no longer there anymore. You've moved.
Yeah.
To a location that could or could have not been flammable.
That is my attorney highly advised me to move the sanitizing operations away from my place of business. So
very far away.
Yeah.
Especially since your other half, which is an attorney, said, yeah, we cannot have anything flammable.
Something about alcohol and hot rods, horsepower and alcohol not mixing. There's something. But we can run the cars off of what we distill, so that's another.
Can you really?
Yeah, yeah.
You can really do that.
Actually, my Mustang runs off of methanol, and the first part of that comes off the still is methanol. So technically,
the Mustang that you built for Ford.
Yeah,
that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has a water methanol injection system. So like I can literally pour the sanitizer. Half water, half sanitizer into the tank of the Mustang, and it literally burns it. Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I never know that? I thought I knew the backstory on all your cars because I've been stalking you for about 10 years. But
I know. One day we're going to be making a successful show together. But I mean, nothing that can compare to the double wide show. But I mean, our a little something different.
You can't. Well, don't compare it to this. This is like this is
can't compare.
You cannot compare to this masterpiece.
Dude, I love the green that comes off your. It's kind of like a slight acid trip, because you move and there's like tracers of green. It's.
Anyway. I was just talking about you today. I was talking about the Mulholland Speedster.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture of the friend that had the honeymoon, whatever it was, the Rolls Royce from the 30s.
Sure.
The one of one. And I showed him the Mulholland Speedster. How many cars have won? You won the trifecta, right?
I mean, there's even more than the trifecta because it won everything that could be won except for the Riddler. But in Detroit. But the only reason we didn't win the Riddler is because we weren't eligible because we had already won the other things. Either you do Detroit or you do West Coast. We chose West Coast. But we ended up going to Chicago and competing against the car that won the Riddler the very next weekend and beat it. And then we beat that car yet again. So we feel like we're pretty confident. There's nothing that we could have we just about won everything because even though we couldn't compete with the Riddler, we beat the Riddler car multiple times, which was pretty cool.
Awesome. I was just telling my person today, I sent you a picture of their car, how like the owner, we were shooting something, we were filming something in the shop and he didn't want to be on camera. But then I went to SEMA and then when you won the Amber Award, he was right front and center of like every car show. Yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty cool because he was
so proud.
He really did want to be out of the limelight a little bit. Once we started winning stuff, he wasn't.
Yeah, now before when it was in the 5 years in the making, right?
Yep, about 5 or 6.
Wow. So I was going to ask you, I was watching, so many, you and I have pitched shows before, and we're going to have a big head here. So after the COVID, I'm pretty sure that, we're gonna nail it this time. But I feel like we were getting close right before this shit happened.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of frustrating because we had a really good plan, and we need to continue on that journey. because that was going to be a really awesome car show, different than anything that's on television now. Not a build show. I've done build shows. I've done documentaries. I've done a bunch of things, but this was going to be a really cool adventure show, right? I mean, I would travel.
And it still will be. I'll pop on Netflix and see there's so many car shows out there, and it's usually like flip a show, profit, whatever. And I was at a barbecue yesterday with someone that's with another, person that has a show on Netflix, and I said, "There's so many fucking shows out there that are so cheesy." So he mentioned this one that I won't mention, but I've been checking out, and they were doing something where they take an old body, like a classic muscle car, and put it on a newer car. What do you think about that? Have you?
Yeah, whatever.
The
it's been
hybrid?
done. Yeah, it's been done. So, that's what sucks about those shows. It's like, oh, everybody, look at this crazy thing. That shit's been going on since the beginning. Well, fuck, I have a 32. We can cuss on your show, huh? Cool. I have that 32 Survivor.
I've been doing it since I was 5 years old. Why not, Troy?
I know, but literally that's what's been going on since the beginning of hot rodding. I have a 32 that has a 371 Olds in it. The engine was a 1962. The car was built in 58. So you're taking technically new car stuff and putting in old cars. I mean, so yeah, you go further. You take an old car, put it on the chassis of a new car. Yeah, so whatever. I mean, the thing about that is a lot of that. The problem that happens with that concept is it gets forced. Like if you're forcing stuff together, it doesn't always translate in the end. I mean, like in my experience, a lot of times, like, okay, so you can do. I mean, like people putting modern car front clips on old cars since the 50s. That's just a thing. But the track width ends up being a little too big, or the length is like it's just not right. And in my experience, you can do that, or to make it correct, build it from scratch. I mean, it's harder to design and build something from nothing than take some other shit and put some other shit on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know, but like I think these TV, and then no offense, TV people, but they just don't know. They just don't know. Like, oh, crazy! They're gonna put an old car on a new body, on a new chassis. Woo! Like, yeah. So
it's been done.
Yeah, been done 100 times for 100 years. Not that big a deal. So
you and I were in a room pitching your show, which is so amazing and creative, and more of like a
you drinking or what?
I'm drinking. The drink word is cool. You're the coolest man in the hot rod business, Troy Ladd. Everybody on Facebook Live over here, the drinking word is cool. So I hope you have I'm talking to my man, Troy Ladd. And this is he's had so many badass cars. Peterson Museum. This is the Mulholland Speedster. Google that shit right now. I saw it when it was a sketch on the wall. Is that hand sanitizer?
Yeah, hand sanitizer. Drink some,
He brews his own hand sanitizer, kind of like we make in Kentucky. Don't light a match around Troy Ladd.
Right.
I actually had a Hollywood Hot Rods hat around here.
This hobby and this passion needs to be passed on.
So on your hand sanitizer, isn't there like 5 different levels that you have to condense it and all? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we can make any level. I mean,
but you told me like the 3rd level. My peeps in Kentucky over here know what I'm talking about. If you drink it before it's ready, you could die.
We mix it. No, you got to throw out the first. Depends on how big your batch is, but you got to throw out the first 100 milliliters. Just throw it out because it's like pure methanol, which is bad. But so this is mixed down to 100.
Okay.
I mean, but it comes out at 150, 160. It depends. I think 160 is the hottest we've gotten it. But it's easy to make it strong. It's harder to make it smooth and nice. So, we don't make it. We do make it strong, but
I've had a sample.
100 is not terrible. It's good sipping whiskey. Anyway.
Kick back. I've had it before. It not only cleans my hands, but it cleans my whole system.
It does. There's no Corona getting in my body.
The Corona ran away from me
Yeah.
Who needs apple cider vinegar when you can have a Troy Ladd's special home brew?
I know I actually need to I need to go like legit and sell that stuff. It's good. But
Really,
anyway,
buddy? I got a built-in audience back in Kentucky for you. So, Troy, so this shop never closed, right?
Which shop? This shop?
You never closed during quarantine at all.
Oh, I got no coronaphobia. No.
I mean, but you're an essential business, right?
Yep, we absolutely are, because we work under an automotive repair license, and automotive. I have an automotive repair license with the Bureau of Automotive Repair through the state of California. That is an essential business by law. So I posted that on the, when we first did the big lockdown, I actually printed out, posted on the door just in case somebody came a knocking. But Burbank is actually pretty mellow. Burbank is, we call it like the Orange County of LA. It's pretty mellow here. There's really not a, I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, it's not like Huntington Beach, but it's not too bad. There's more realistic expectations, I think, of life a little bit here than like LA. City of LA is just awful, I've heard.
Oh, it's chill. It's like Mayberry. I remember going there to see you and going to the car show there, downtown Burbank, and I parked. I'm like, where do I pay for my parking? They're like, no, you're good. Just there were like parking slots. It's like back in Kentucky, you could just park and get out of your car and go spend your money.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, Burbank is again. I'm from Orange County, so like, I'm not a big fan of LA in general. But again, Burbank is like, I can see the downtown skyline from my house or my front yard. Davita, she works in downtown as a lawyer, so she can still do that. But we live up on the hill. It's kind of away from the hubbub. It's like the perfect. I think it's like the perfect compromise. You want to go to downtown or Hollywood? It's just 20 minutes down the hill. Either or. So and this shop is 2 miles from my house, so it's a nice commute.
This is the new shop.
Yeah,
a couple years old.
Yeah, I think we're like 3 years in now, something like that.
Is it 3 years?
Yeah, no, it's been a little bit.
So the first one on Palm there, like that was your first big. You pushed the chips all in. You even slept there for a while, right?
Yeah, that was 2002. So that was literally quit your day job, live the American dream, try to succeed in a small business. Stupid idea when I look back on it. But for me, it worked out. I mean, with media and television and magazines and I really was fortunate to really have great exposure, and plus we build cool shit. So, you
build the coolest of the cool. I think you said cool, by the way. We have to drink. But I remember walking up to your door of your shop once. You went to open the door and you looked down and your mail was there. And it was a stack of magazines. The top magazine was a Hot Rod magazine. Like, oh, that's one of my cars. Like on the cover, the fucking Hot Rodder magazine.
I've been in 300 and something to date magazine features and articles and tech, and I don't know how many covers, 20 or 30 covers, I guess. What
did it feel like on the first cover? Like the guy I had before you, Butch Bradley, he and I have done comedy together for 20 years. I remember the first feeling when I looked up the Laugh Factory on Sunset and saw my name on the Sunset Strip.
Oh, dude, right?
I was like waving at cars, but when you saw one of your cars on the cover of a famous car magazine.
Isn't that the coolest? It's like
we're just like standing in Ralph's all day long.
Yeah. Or I would call my mom, like, Mom, go to Alphabet or go to Ralph's, like get the Street Rodder magazine. And that's still like so exciting. And I joke that I'm gonna be like an old man, and I'm gonna put all my magazines around me and just like I was something once. Like I'm afraid I'm gonna be that guy. Like look back, and I don't know. It's just so exciting. Like I mean, as an entertainer, like it's the greatest feeling in the world when the whole purpose of what you do is for people to appreciate what you do, and when that happens,
validation.
Yeah, and it's not again, I've always told people, this is not about, I don't like, it's not about money. It's not about I like to say it's even not about fame, because in artistic sense, like in the artistic world, like what you do and what we do, we're creating art, or like just somebody that paints. I don't think fame is the right word. I think recognition is a better thing, because when you create art and people recognize it and they appreciate it, that is the ultimate win. That's like all that you want to do in life, is for people to appreciate your art. So, I mean,
you
that's
had
like
the vision in your head and you saw it come to fruition, like over the years. You always believed in yourself, even when people thought you were crazy for sleeping in your shop or whatever. But like, when you win the Amber Award, or you see your first car on the cover of a magazine, you're like, fucking A, right there.
Yeah, yeah, and then what's even better is that happens once. It's like, okay, follow it up with another. Follow
what do you got
with
now?
another, and now I'm 18 years in, and every year I have cover after cover. I've been in Wall Street Journal. I've been in like Robb Report. I've been in Forbes. I mean, even out past car stuff, which is like super cool, you know? So, I said cool.
You said cool again?
Everybody
on
cool.
Facebook, the drinking word is cool. They're seeing some weird thing, like it's looks like I'm in my son's room, but obviously I am in my double wide trailer, as you can see here.
Sorry, mine's hot.
Drinking word's cool, everybody. And today I put on Facebook, what's the worst song you've ever heard? What's the worst song you have when it pops up? I had this one. Don't break my heart, my egg can break it.
Don't push stuff like that in my head, because I'm going to have to be singing that the rest of the
Otis is going, oh. Otis is a shop dog, by the way.
Yeah, he is not here today. He decided to stay home. It's his day off, you know. So his job is to keep the couch down, keep the guys in line.
Otis is a legend. So Troy, real quick before we jump off here, do you have a favorite build? I know they're all like your children when you build them, but do you have one that stands out?
You know, they're all so unique. I mean, from obviously the Mulholland Speedster, because of like kind of the career arc, that's a pretty big deal. But we have a little 32 coupe downstairs right now that will be the new pinnacle of hot rod building for us. And when it's done, I think that will be. Let's see, but I can't say that, because the Mulholland is like a custom, Art Deco, sexy kind of custom, and the coupe is a hot rod. So hot rods, customs, two different things. So I can like, just like you said, like children, you can't have a favorite. They're different. You love them all, but that coupe that we're building is going to be, it's almost done. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. So
are you building it for a client, a customer?
Yeah. So this will debut, Grand National Roadster Show was supposed to happen in January. It's now been postponed to May. Hopefully it's still good, but that will be for the Al Slonaker Award, which is a West Coast equivalent to Riddler. Can't be America's Most AMBR because it's not a roadster, it has a roof. So it's the biggest.
If it has a roof, it's not a roadster?
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, all right. We need to put that at the bottom of the screen, kids. There's going to be a pop quiz at the end of the show.
So, but yeah, that thing is absolutely insane. You know, we could have walked. I'm at the shop. I could have done a walkie thing, you know?
Sketch, do we have time?
Sure. I got time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got time?
Hey, everybody. So I've been talking to Troy Ladd, the baddest hot rod and the coolest hot rod builder in the whole world.
You said
the
cool.
drinking word happens to be cool. Did I say cool again?
You said cool again.
Wow. Everybody on Facebook, get your drinks ready. The drinking word is cool. You're getting a special behind the scenes look over here on Facebook. And over here, this will premiere on YouTube Wednesday night. Talking to Troy Ladd of Hollywood Hot Rods. And he's about to give us a special behind the scenes little preview. And he's got a new baby coming up, new little baby downstairs he's proud of, right?
Yeah, and there's Interestingly enough, there's a kind of a unique variety of cars here currently, so it could be cool to look around because not all hot rods currently. We have some Tri-Fives, we have hot rods, we have a little bit of everything down there today.
Well, if you ever need a Trans Am and you're doing like a charity build or something like that, let me know. I have a 78 that
the Stevie D Trans Am.
The White Trash Foundation. I could drop it off.
No Trans Ams, unfortunately, today. But
you know, you need to step up your game, Troy lad.
It's true. So yeah, we can walk.
Facebook homies: Arlene, Heather, Dale Hamilton. He and I used to get in a lot of trouble. Tweedale, what's up, Tweety? Lisa Butler and Jill Adams. I'm talking to Troy Ladd of Hollywood Hot Rod.
Okay, you want to walk?
Special behind the scenes look right here. See all those pictures on the wall? I know the story of every one of those pictures. They're all from magazines and famous cars. I take people there and I just give them tours myself. I'm a tour guide. And Troy says, "Oh, it's you again?"
Real quick before I go downstairs. Obviously, you've been here before. Yeah. So you have something similar in your background there?
Oh, how are we in the same place? That's so weird.
I know, that's so crazy. Anyway.
Look at that back there. Man, you've even got more pictures on the wall since I was there.
Yeah. So I guess I could do this too, huh? I don't know how to actually flip the screen, so I'll have to physically. So now we are downstairs.
Woo! Where the magic happens.
And this is a Edsel Model 40 Speedster.
Whoa.
There's one real one, and this is a clone that was built in Italy, and we're kind of restoring it.
So that was one of one before?
Yeah, well, there's one that the Ford family owns, the actual Edsel Model 40 Speedster, and this is a clone that was made in Italy. It's all hand-formed aluminum. So we didn't build this completely. We're just kind of restoring it.
Okay.
So
how do you get the specs on something that's like one of one?
Good old Google, the Google machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Research, Google, talk to people, you know, whatever it takes. So that is this working, by the way?
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Okay. So yeah, that's a 56 Plymouth.
You've never done any fiberglass, right?
Nah, we don't do fiberglass.
Good.
Everything we make here is hand-formed steel or aluminum. We actually do coach building, you know, like the Mulholland Speedster. We built the entire car from scratch, you know, out of steel. So this guy here, now I'm gonna do details with this because technically, huh?
It deserves it. Yeah, take it.
Yeah. Well, but technically I'm not supposed to show the whole car before its debut at the Roadster Show. So we can scan by it quickly and I can show you details, but can't really do an overall. So
we're going to slow it down. Wow. That's amazing, dude. Is this a Cadillac?
Yeah, so that's a Cadillac, an early Cadillac engine. All of this stuff we've handmade, the headers, handmade the firewall. We designed and handmade all of this suspension. A lot of it's based on some Bugatti design. So this is kind of early Bugatti race car.
Wow.
So scanning across.
I love how you put the European, like the Bugatti flair on there and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's lots of leather straps. All this stuff is handmade. There'll be nice buckles that go here when it's done. I got these out of, where? Someplace in Italy. Can't remember. But so a lot of this stuff is, again, we're kind of melding European sports car design with American hot rodding.
I love it.
Yeah, so we had the wheels made in England. Those are based on early Jaguar. So a lot of just really cool detail stuff.
Jeez, what size are those wheels?
18s in the rear and then 16s in the front.
16s? Yeah, those are nice, man.
So anyway, and like, there's the car.
Wow. All right, that's the one we weren't supposed to see?
Yeah. probably just did details, right?
Yeah.
Then in the next
special
room,
behind the scenes. Everybody on Facebook, you want to watch this on Wednesday night on YouTube because we're seeing some special shit we're not supposed to see right now.
So then in this room, there's just, again, a variety of things.
Whoa!
Early Bronco.
What year is that Bronco?
74.
Is it? 74.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Beautiful. All right. What do you think about the new ones coming out? You're Ford guy.
I don't know. I haven't really paid much attention. I heard that they were coming out. I haven't really looked. I mean, have you looked at the new ones? Have you seen them?
Yeah. I want one.
You want one?
Sort of like how the project was dropped and then was picked back up. And was there just design center in Torrance or Hawthorne or something, and they were designing it and they lost interest and Ford picked it back up. But I'm glad they're going back to old school, late 60s, early 70s, with modern shit on it.
So does the actual overall design look similar to the early one?
It does, yeah. It looks
that's cool.
Yeah.
What else we got?
It doesn't look like OJ's Bronco.
That one's a little too new. These are cooler. The older ones are cooler, I think.
For sure.
So 57 Chevy Convertible.
Nice.
That gets a 1,500 horsepower twin turbo Nelson Racing engine, which is kind of crazy.
So Troy, real quick. So
yeah.
My uncle has one of those with no post. So it doesn't have the window things. Is that just called a hardtop?
Hardtop, yeah.
That's just a hardtop, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No posts are cool. But yeah, hardtops are great. This one's actually convertible, so no roof at all.
Oh, nice. Okay.
What else we got? 34. It's kind of dark back
Beautiful.
Here.
Nice.
Bill 31034. This is a 55 Nomad.
Nice.
Which is always cool.
My favorite Hot Wheel as a kid right there.
Really?
That's my
awesome.
favorite. It was yellow.
So yeah, this one's actually got that's an LS3, modern LS3 that we're dressing to look. It looks like a '63 Corvette Fuelie. So take modern and then dress it down to look old, so you get form and function, which is cool.
So Troy's his motto is respect tradition. So it looks like it's all original, but like it's got all modern shit, right?
Right. Well, it depends. But yeah, like we respect tradition, but we're not bound by it. So we can make like vintage looking cars and classic looking cars, but they don't have to be. We can still do like, again, modern engines, but the design has to be congruent. Like again, the art has to be correct for what it is.
Gotcha.
So,
you're not putting cappuccino machines in the cars.
Yeah, we don't put chandeliers. So I should have uncovered these, but I don't. Do you remember? You remember this one? This was actually.
Is that the?
That's actually the Comet. Remember
the
Comet?
Of course, it's the Vita's car.
That's the Vita's car. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that's pretty cool. And then that doesn't belong here. But
whose car is that? Come on, get that out of here.
I know.
Rumor has it you're driving a Ferrari. I won't tell anybody that.
No. And then, this is probably the coolest car in the whole place.
Doers.
Yep, the Doer Coupe.
See?
So
I know the story of his cars.
You do.
So real quick, Sketch, can you tell the story of that real quick?
Yep.
All right.
So there you go. So quickly, so basically that is a time capsule of a car because it was built in 54 to 58 and then put into storage in 1961, and it's never seen the light of day until now. So literally that is what like history looks like. And I am now the new caretaker, I call it, of the car. And so I will not change it. I will not do anything to alter what it was, and then I give credit to the Doer family because it's technically their car. So I'm just, again, like the new caretaker. So it's just cool as heck. I mean, it's oh, I don't have a drink. I just said cool. Everyone out there needs to drink. You need to drink. I walked down without
cool. That's a drinking word.
Yeah. So
that was a true barn find. And I love that you didn't like tear it apart. You're like, you respected what they did and you left it out.
I mean, I can build a hot rod anytime. Like, it's easy to build one, like, but to find something like that and then just keep it exactly the way it was and, you know, kind of restore it. I mean, I've gotten it, I keep it running and I've done a lot of stuff to make it actually roadworthy. Yeah. But other than that, it's going to stay just like you see it. And it's really cool.
It's amazing. And that's been in magazines since you found it, right?
Yeah, that was on the cover of Hot Rod magazine when I got it. In addition to a bunch of the other barn finds that I have. So basically, I had to buy a whole
like a lot, estate. Right? They called you.
Yeah, a whole.
Said, we found these cars.
Yeah, there was 8 cars in an estate sale, and when I saw that one was part of it, it was worth buying all of them just to get that one. So, and I've sold all the others, but there was a lot of cool cars. But
you're saving that one for my son. I appreciate that.
There you go.
The coolest man in the hot rod business, everybody. Troy, thank you, buddy. Thank you for keeping the shop open tonight and giving us a little private tour of things we're learning and supposed to see.
Yeah, hopefully, like I said, you didn't see too much. Just details are okay.
Like I said, we're going to slow this down. This is going to be part 2 or just this part. But thank you for the private tour.
Very cool.
Coolest man in the hot rod business. Good buddy of mine. We're going to have a big hit TV show once all this pandemic shit's wrapped up, right?
That's right.
Everybody, Mr. Troy Ladd, Facebook Live. You're going to want to watch this on YouTube. Also, the Facebook channel page called Stevie D and his so-called friends. We're getting a lot of love there. So check that out. Please tell Davida, notice I said hi.
You got it.
And thank you, Troy Ladd, the coolest man and the best designer in the hot rod business. Thanks, buddy.
Hooray!
All right, brother.
We'll see ya. See you next time.
We'll be at your house on Sunday for the pool party.
I keep inviting you. You keep not showing up.
Don't give up on me. I'm coming for the hand sanitizer.
That's right.
All right, Troy. Thanks, buddy.
All right, we'll see ya.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, everybody on Facebook, in case you missed it, was Butch Bradley, one of the funniest comedians out there, and Troy Ladd, hot rod legend, my producer in Canada, my co-partner right there, my partner in crime, Judy Sketch Lewinson. And I was looking for the worst song that you've ever heard. And mine was, "Don't Break My Heart, My Aching Breaking Heart." That was mine. And Judy, you're going to take us out with some good songs, not some terrible songs, right?
I think I'm going to try and fix this in the mix.
We went over, but we got that special preview from Troy.
That tour was spectacular. You can't cut out that tour.
That was a treat, especially because, trust me, on the car that he showed us, he wasn't supposed to show us. Mm-hmm. I knew the budget on the Mulholland Speedster and how that was under wraps. So it was a very, very private thing. So for us to get a special, the car lovers of the world are going to love that little treat right there.
Oh yeah, it's always great when Troy comes through.
Yeah, he's a good dude. All right, everybody, my co-producer, my partner in crime in Canada, Judy Sketch Lewinson, take us out with something funky. We'll see you next week, y'all. I got to sneeze. Take us out. Take us out. First time I've ever sneezed on camera.
She's crazy like a fool. She's crazy like
flipping hits worldwide on the ones and twos. You're in the mix with IAmJudiLew.
She's crazy like a fool.
You're in the mix with mix with JudiLew.